Hi, Franklin Foxes. This is Miss April from the first grade, and I'm here to read you a book. I'm at my house. This is my little cabinet back here. See my little Thor collection. And then down here I have the Light and Night Furies and their little babies because I love them so much. And right there I still have Valentine balloons. They're still up. Can you believe it? Me neither. Okay, so I'm going to read a book called I Need My Monster. I have read this to my first grade class. They love it, I think. And it's written by Amanda Knoll and illustrated by Howard McWilliam. It's a really cute book. So we're going to read this and then see how it goes. Tonight, when I looked under my bed for my monster, I found this note instead. Gone fishing back in a week, Gabe. What was I going to do? I needed my monster under my bed. How was I supposed to get to sleep if my monster was gone? My kids love to see the pictures as I read the books, so I don't know. That's what we will do. I tried to sleep, but it wasn't the same without Gabe. I missed his ragged breathing, his nose whistling, the scrabbing of his uncut claws. How would I ever get to sleep without Gabe's familiar scary noises and his spooky green ooze? It was no use. Gabe would be gone for a week, and I just had to have a monster. I climbed quietly out of my bed so that my parents wouldn't hear me. Grown-ups have some of the strangest ideas about monsters under beds. I knocked on the floorboards, then scrambled back under my covers. I waited nervously. Would a new monster appear? What would he be like? Would his snorting be as cheerful as Gabe's? That light. It's too glary. There, that's better. No, that's less glare. Okay. When I heard some creaking under my bed, I knew that the substitute monster had arrived. Good evening, said a low, breathy voice. My name is Herbert, and I will be your monster for the evening. Herbert? What kind of name is that for a monster? You don't sound scary at all. Have you ever scared a kid before? Well, no. But I have read all the best books on the subject. Do you have long teeth and scratchy claws? I asked. No, but I have an overbite, and I'm a mouth breather. Listen. Herbert's panting was kind of scary, but it wasn't enough for me. You see Herbert under the bed right here. Right there. Listen, Herbert. I'm sorry. I just don't think this is going to work. It's nothing personal, but I really need a monster with claws. Picky, Herbert complained. As you wish. I'll go. There was some more creaking, then Herbert was gone. Herbert. Some scratching warned me that a second monster had appeared. Good evening, he said in a high, silky voice. My name is Ralph. I understand you need a monster with claws. If you would please lean over, I will hold out an arm for inspection. I crouched on the edge of the bed, hoping to see a horrible, shaggy arm with sharp, ragged claws. Instead, I was surprised to see sleekly brushed fur with smooth, shiny claws. Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, I asked, but is that nail polish on your claws? Yes, it is, Ralph replied. I believe professional monsters should always be well groomed. I could tell that this was not going to work either. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Ralph, but I need a monster with scary claws. Like Gabe's, I thought. I heard some more scratching and I knew Ralph was gone. There's Ralph, and his claws all shiny, his fur all combed. A minute later, a third voice from under the bed rasped, "Check out these claws, kid." I gathered my courage and peered over the edge. These claws were impressive, jagged, and dark, and razor sharp. So far, so good. I was a little nervous. "Could you stick out your tail?" I whispered. "Sure, but don't get scared." I peeked through my fingers at the slimy tail slithering over the foot of my bed. That's when I noticed the bow. "Are you a girl monster?" "Of course I am," she snapped. "I'm Cynthia. Do you have a problem with that?" Yeah, I do," I admitted. "I definitely need a boy monster. Boy monsters are for boys, and girl monsters are for girls. Everybody knows that." "Well, aren't you a picky one?" she sniffed, and then she was gone. Look, can you guys see her bow right there? Her little pink bow right there on her tail. Was I being too picky? No. I knew that my monster needed to be well-clawed and menacing. The whole point of having a monster, after all, was to keep me in bed, imagining all the scary stuff that could happen if I got out. Then I heard a shuffling noise and some slobbering. A fourth monster was under my bed. Hey, the name's Mac. One look at his claws proved that Mac was a big, scruffy boy monster. I shivered. Maybe this one would work out. "Those are excellent claws, but do you have a long tail?" I leaned over to see. "No, my tail is stumpy," Max slurped, "but I do have an unusually long tongue." "Why would I be afraid of a long tongue?" I asked. "Oh, I don't know," he said, trying to sound terrifying. "You never know when I might lick you." There's his tongue. It cleared out of his mouth. It says, "I fell on the bed laughing." He's laughing pretty hard. "Well, if you're not even going to try to work with me," Mac whined. I held in my giggles. "I really don't think you should send me away," he warned. "Kids who reject 5 monsters in one night." "I did not reject 5 monsters tonight," I interrupted. "My regular monster went fishing." "Fishing, eh? Maybe he just left because you're so picky." "Fine, I'm out of here. But I wouldn't expect another monster tonight if I were you." How was I ever going to get to sleep without my monster? Oh, I skipped a page. There we go. I was surprised to hear more creaking under the bed. Loud creaking with scratching. I thought no more monsters were going to appear tonight," I said. "Sorry I'm late, kid." Whew. It was Gabe. "I thought I would enjoy fishing, but I didn't," he explained. "Those fish scare too easily. No challenge at all. You, however, are challenging, my friend. You're almost too old to be afraid of monsters. You keep me on my toes." Ah, toes, a delicious snack. The bed quivered as Gabe's stomach rumbled with hunger. "Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to start the evening with an ominous puddle of drool." I peeked over the edge of the bed. Green ooze spread soundlessly from underneath. Then the bed trembled as Gabe unfurled his spiked tail. He was daring me to guess where he might pop up. I shivered. So you had some substitute monsters tonight, huh? Gabe said, sharpening his claws on my bedpost. Were you scared? Then Gabe started tapping. I could tell he wanted to know if I still needed him. No other monster can scare me like you, I giggled, diving under the covers and pulling them up tight. Through the blanket I heard Gabe's soft, comforting snorts. Huh, I knew it. We're made for each other, he growled. When my blanket started to slip off the bed, I knew Gabe was ready to eat. Now, if you could please stick out your foot, he said. I'd like to nibble your pinky. I yanked my blankets back up and scrunched my feet in so Gabe couldn't get them. No toes tonight, but you can have this, I offered, pushing a pillow off the bed. I didn't even hear it hit the floor. Gabe was back. The ooze was perfect. Everything was back to normal. I shivered again. I'd be asleep in no time. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the book. I hope that you're all having fun with your parents and learning new things at home. Keep learning and keep reading. Turn in those minutes. We got another Minute to Win It competition going, so keep reading. And I miss you guys. See you later. Bye.